We make the new base 2 feet by 2 feet. Are too thin, even doubled up, so what I'm going to do is just rip this pine board right down the center. That way I can double the use of it. I got a feeling this board might be a little smaller. Not much. Cool. It's going to take some sanding to clean up the edges, because last thing I want to do is get a bunch of slivers. I'm just doing the fillers now. Perfect. Okay, that's just going to be in case, because I'm going to someplace around here, I'm going to drill down and put the support. So, all right, that's done. Now let's put the board back on. What I'm going to do now is make myself a little temporary sculpting table. I went to the hardware store and got one of these lazy Susan things, screwed it down to an above board, and then drilled a hole right where you go down into, and you can screw it to another board or in this case a table. And that's what I'm going to do right now. This makes a nice little portable sculpting stand. There. Now it's just a matter of anchoring that to this board, and I've got a little temporary sculpting stand, which is going to be nice. Printed out some stuff on robes and blankets wrapped around the waist. There's a whole language in robe, the way the warrior or the Indian would wear their robes. If they wore it a certain way, it meant one thing. If they wore it a different way, it meant something. So anyway, I'm going to start sanding this tabletop because I have to. It's just too slivery. That's what I'm going to do for the next few minutes. Now, I just need to figure out how and where I'm going to place him. I'm not going to be showing the legs. I'm going to be putting a robe, or a buffalo robe, or an elk skin wrapped around his waist, and that's going to change the design a little bit. I'm also going to take the arms off and replace them when I get everything in position, and I'll rearrange those arms. As you can see, I've taken the war club off, the bow and quiver. I took the shields off, the knife off. Everything that was on him that can be added on later on, I've taken off. And so now I just got to figure out what I'm going to do. I've established the height of the bottom part. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this block right here and bolt or screw this onto there, and then I've got a 90-degree angle piece of steel that will go there to keep it from wobbling. Alright, where I cut this piece originally was just below the thing here, I think. I'm going to have to probably go home and check that, because that's going to determine how high I make this. This is where this part of his body should reach, right there. This is going to be one tall piece, babe. Let me tell you. And that sort of scares me a little bit, because that's a big damn sculpture. One thing I am going to do is take his arms off. These were designed to come off. And I'm going to go ahead and do that as soon as I can find my knife. Alright, that comes out. Second arm off. Because I'm going to have to lay him down, I'm going to put bubble wrap inside the headdress area and duct tape it to the headdress. For all of those of you watching this, I want you to know this is the first time I've ever had to do this. And I'm just a little nervous about it. Because I have no idea what I'm doing. Alright, I've got it all figured out for right where his body has been cut right now. That's where it'll be fitting on, is right up here. I'm going to put a couple of pieces of wire going up so that it'll hold it on. Maybe a couple wooden dowels. I'll figure that out later. I'm going to do the legs right now. The wire aside. I'm going to call it quits for today because I'm running out of time to get my blog done. And tomorrow we'll start doing the foaming and getting it ready for the upper half of his body.